Okay, hi everyone, it's Koinzell here. So it's patch day again. Today I'll be talking about the Taiwan patch and the very important update to the Dark Knight, the Shadow, as well as the Darkness. Okay, so let's go into the patch notes itself. So one of the main content update for us this week is that Ramoness is actually getting a ranking system. So basically, the season lasts per month, and the ranking system for the number one, you get 2,000 black pearls and 250 of the glory medals. So this is the reward going down. For second, this for third, you get 200 less. For the top 8, you get 1,400. Top 50, you get 1,300, and the list goes on and on. With the rewards decreasing. Let me see if there's a full list here. No. Okay, so this means I'll probably be playing much more Ramoness, because for me personally, I also don't play Ramoness unless there's some bounty or quest that I need to clear. But other than that, usually I don't play Ramoness. I guess you guys will be seeing me playing Ramoness more. Okay, yeah, just saying that the ranking system, you can now view it. The Ramoness here, you can filter by Ramoness. The only bad thing is that they actually start from counting from 1st June, so now it's already 9th June and I'm only going to start now. So this month I don't expect to get a high ranking or anything. Let's play for fun. Okay, this is just a continuation of the Hadum bonus knowledge event, changing the different zones. After all, it's a full continent. Okay, now the most interesting part, which is the class skill changes. So these two are just name changes to the Bright Spirit skills, doesn't matter. The Tamer Awakening is getting a buff here, where some of her skills are... she's getting yet another buff, because I think the previous buff was just not impactful enough. So now she is getting 1 second cooldown of 2 of her skills, along with some damage boost, about 10%. Another cooldown reduction, damage boost. Oh, this damage boost is quite substantial, I would say. Yeah, it's very substantial. It's almost like 50%. Yeah, it's almost like 50%. It's like 40+%. But the reason is also because the Tamer Ascension is very strong. Everyone is just using Tamer Ascension. No one uses the Tamer Awakening. So not surprising that she's getting buffed. Okay. Right. Okay, so this is the Darkness and the Shadow. So the Darkness and Shadow, I'll do a separate video on that, because it's gonna take quite a bit of time to run through all these skills. So I'll do a separate video for Darkness and one for Shadow as well. Tamer, I have to get the Tamer Awakening up on my sub account first before I can talk about her in detail. Okay. These are some bug fixes to the Huntress and Archer. It's just to make sure that when they auto attack, there's this specific skill that can't be used, that shouldn't be used. Or rather, when during auto attack, right, both the Archer and Huntress are able to use skills that are outside of their usual range, outside of the skill range. So this is a fix to not have that happen. What else? Okay, so there is a slight buff to the Archer here, where after you use your dodge and then use your skill, it will be a more smoother connection. I personally have experienced this as well. It's really not smooth, but the worst problem I had was with dodging right after using the skill. And other players in my guild have also encountered the same problem, but it doesn't seem like they have fixed this here. Okay, the next one is a buff to the Archer's skill. This is the one where he basically it's like his dash attack skill, which is a bit silly, you know, because he's supposed to be a ranged character. This is just slightly increasing the super armor time for when you cast this skill, so that you can combo your skills, that's all. So that the combo of your skills will be smoother, you won't be interrupted. Because this skill has super armor to begin with, they're just slightly extending the duration. This is just an animation change to the color. They are changing the very first skill of Archer, where the one where you can strafe and shoot, to be able to move backwards instead of just strafing left and right. And likewise, the same buff here is being applied to the first skill, where the super armor timing is increased slightly so that you can link the other skills properly. Oh, okay. So this skill is the one where he shoots that huge yellow arrow. So that huge yellow arrow right now, it's more like a cosmetic change where right now, right, before this patch, right, he will look in a different direction from where he's shooting. So this is just a fix to it, nothing groundbreaking. So basically the archer buffs are just to make it smoother and slightly longer super armor time, so that the skills are how should I put it? They connect better, because anyway these skills already had super armor to begin with. Of course not in arena. Okay. They still did not fix the main issue of the dodging happening a bit weird, where while you're still using skill and you use dodge, right, it doesn't listen to your direction. It doesn't follow the direction that you're dodging towards. You just dodge through to wherever you're facing when you're using the skill. As for the other issue I had with Archer, that can be circumvented by target lock. Okay, I'll probably have to do a Archer review video. I actually wanted to do one yesterday, but I was too busy with work. So I'll do an Archer review video as well, so I can talk about the class in general. Okay, so this is just a forecast to us that we are going to be getting some changes to the Battlefield side entrance. Instead of using SP scroll, we'll be using the desert currency. And this is where they are adding a new Field of Valor, desert Field of Valor. You can actually get the Red Great Elephant quest item from it as well as a drop, and some event items that can be used in the new lucky shop that will be coming to us next week as well. I actually looked through the Korea updates, because Korea is getting this Field of Valor desert mode this week. So I actually looked through a bit of the details already. I think this should be fun to use, at least another way for us to spend our holy water. That's good. Sorry, not holy water, pure water. The pure water that is required to be in desert. This is just quality of life improvement, where we get 2 more slots to save. So these 2 slots is just so right now typically 3 slots is enough for combat. 2 more slots will be for foraging, actually, to go to the specific spots for foraging. This here is just some improvements to the desert world boss. But I think the most important thing is that now they have finally added the NPC to craft the potion that's required in the desert sandstorm, right? To be able to not take damage from the desert sandstorm. That potion actually is very troublesome, because right now we can't click the usual like world boss, then go towards the world boss, and it will instantly bring you there. We have to go to the desert oasis, any of the oasis, to craft the potion first, and then go to the world boss. Or you can craft in advance, put it in your storage, and then retrieve your storage as well. But this just makes it a lot easier, because once you click the usual world boss movement button, right, you just go to him and you craft it. That's it. Okay, so these here are just some quality of life improvements for Zodiac as well, really. The most important one being here, where you can skip the ending animation, because ending animation is really a utter waste of time. It still shows like the stars restoring up to the sky, forming the Zodiac sign. Nobody is interested in looking at that like every single time that we are doing the dungeon anyway. Okay, so Blackrock Shrine, we are getting the double desert currency update, where you use the double the currency and get double the rewards. Because right now there's too many people in our server, so this Blackrock Shrine gets it ends within like a few minutes, which is quite ridiculous, because it's supposed to last 30 minutes. So now with this, at least people can spend and get more of their resources. And this is just a special growth quest that which you guys don't have it yet, the growth system. This is just a minor buff to the relic patterns, where the minimum damage is increased by 1. for the yellow grade, orange grade, red grade, and pink grade. Okay, this is a very slight buff as well to the minimum percentage to branch damage from the runes, from the desert runes. Basically, it's all 0.2, except for pink, you get a 0.4 increment, that's all. Right now, I'm using a 6 plus L. I have a 7 plus Le Brief, but L is better for LAN, so that's why I'm still using the L. This, by the way, this value is not a direct addition to your branch. This is the one that increases your cap value. Music a bit loud. Okay. So it's the one that increases your cap value directly. So there were people who are asking me why is it that my branch cap is like 50+% instead of 50. This is the reason why. Okay. Some UI changes, I'm not going to go through all of them. These are all very straightforward, nothing groundbreaking. Oh, except these two that are convenient to me. So the first one is that when you are in combat with other players, right, you can't call your horse anymore. Which is correct, right? I mean, you shouldn't be able to call your horse. In the past, people can even call the horse to escape. So now at least they can't call the horse. They can call the horse, but they can't escape. They can't get onto the horse. So now you can't even call the horse. Okay, so that will help in Black Sun because you won't be stopping there and calling your horse, and then in the end you can't get onto the horse. Okay, this is just to have a one-time use all ticket for the POG glory tickets. No longer do I have to click and spam all the time. Okay. So some bug fixes here and there. I think the important bug fix is this, where while you're doing so that sometimes your characters just stand there and do not combat at all. Yeah. Alright, so that does it for the patch notes. Let's move on to the per shop. Wow, the class buff for Darkness and Shadow is a lot. Okay, so per shop we'll go in-game. Honestly, I'm not very impressed by these suites per items. It's mostly boss stamps, so if you are a new player that has just joined the Taiwan server, then yes, this may be worth buying for the boss stamps. But for me, no, because my boss rush knowledge has reached a stage where it's very exponential, the amount of gain. Okay, so this is 2000 white pearls, 5k restoration scrolls, 300k relic fragments, and a random chance to get either of these items here. So this is 3000 BP plus 30k. Obviously this is the top price. 30k boss stamps, 3000 black pearls, 2000 black pearls, 35k boss stamps. Okay. Okay, let's look at the percentage chance of getting them. Yeah. So 3% for the top price. In fact, for the top two is the same. One is you exchange 1000 black pearls for 5000 boss stamps. Obviously the one with higher black pearls is better. And then you get 10%. Again, same kind of format where, oh no, actually although this is 10%, right, this is just better. Confirm, this is definitely better. 2000 black pearls, 28k boss stamps versus 26k and 1.5k. But if you look at the percentage chance, basically most of the time you'll be getting these three configurations. In fact, getting the 5000 black pearl is not too bad as well. At least the number of pearls you get is a lot. Okay. So I guess this is if you do decide to buy this, you'll be mainly getting these three. Okay, let's go back to the game. But for 57.69 SGD, I think it's the value, considering the fact that there's these two here, right? The value is actually not too bad. Yeah, it's pretty good because of the 300k relic fragment and 5k restoration scroll. So if you need boss stamps, no harm buying one of these. Okay, so this is 23 SGD for a 3+1 chest. So buy 3 of these and you get a bonus. Sorry, buy 3 of these and you get a bonus one of these. Okay, yeah, so for this, right, so basically for spending about 70 SGD, you get 2,400 black pearls, 8k valor tokens, 12k boss stamps, and 20k restoration scrolls. I guess if you're really lacking in these 3 areas, then it's worth buying. But for me personally, I don't think I'll be buying this, because if I want restoration scroll, there is a separate restoration scroll package to buy. It gives a lot more than this. Valor token, this is also too little for my liking. I am still waiting for them to come with a package that has like 10 plus k of valor tokens before I'm willing to spend money on valor tokens. 3k boss stamps, like I said, I don't need boss stamps. So for the new players, it's fine buying these if you really want to, just to get a boost in these 3 areas. Okay. In fact, if you want to get boss stamps, this is actually not as worthy as this. Because this, don't forget that this gives you 5k restoration scrolls and 300k relic fragments. So in my opinion, if you want boss stamps, you should be buying this. Only after buying this and you still want boss stamps, then you can consider buying this. This gives 1,200 black pearls for 34.62 SGG and a random chance of getting the boss stamps here. But the chance is actually not that good. If I look at the chance here, yeah, most of the time you just be getting 15k and 13k. You look at the percentage chance here. So that's why I say this is not a great package to buy, honestly speaking. Yeah. So this is somewhat similar to this, but the difference is that you get white pearls, 12k boil stamps guaranteed, and a random chance at getting one of these. 2,000 black pearls, 25k Ancient Ruin tablets, 20 orange accessories, 250 totem, 20k restoration scroll. So if you want boss stamps, this is an even better package to buy than this. Although overall you get lesser boss stamps, but the value is much better in terms of the other stuff that you get. So for me, right, given that today's this week's items are all about boss stamps, I'm actually not going to buy any of these packages. I'll rather be spending on the relic package, the package that gives you up to 1 million relic fragments. Yep. Okay, so for Pearl Shop this week, these are the 4 new items basically, 4 new packages. Okay, don't let me talk about events now. So events, as you can see here, right, we are having a very good event here, where we are getting 2 red relic fragments after killing 250,000 enemies, which is a super easy task to achieve anyway. So other than that, we are getting a costume, both the defense and weapon costume, the armor and weapon costume, 3 sushi, 1 scam scroll, 10 orange accessories, and 2 red relic. I really like this red relic event because I really need relics for relic enhancement, so that's nice. Now we have desert events here. Oh, just in case you're wondering why I'm running through the desert events, it's because for the sake of the players that join the Taiwan server, I'm just running through so that you guys know what to do. So this is excavation. 10 excavation grants you 15 of the chaos crystals. 15 excavations will get you 100 valor tokens, and killing 200 and 300 desert enemies will get you 1,500 currency. And this orange plate here, which basically gives you a yellow rune. The worst I've gotten from this is yellow rune, the best I've gotten is orange rune so far. So this is a really good item to help pump up your rune equipment, your equipped runes. Yeah. Okay, so this is an event that we have always been getting very regularly. So every now and then the game decides to let you change your world boss fragments. So for example, now I have 10 of the Dandelion ones. I can change them to the Kazaka one or the Nova ones. It's a 1-to-1 exchange for weapon and side weapon. For armor, on the other hand, it's not 1-to-1. That's why you actually need to choose which is the material. And if you select, you'll see that it's not 1-to-1. A reason being, the red nose is the most expensive fragment compared to the helmet fragment. Then the cheapest are the back fragment and the bootcamp fragment, which is for the glove and the boots. So glove and boots have the same cost. In terms of the dark currency, the Harun currency, GF helmet is slightly more expensive than these two, and the red nose is the most expensive at 1360 for one. Okay. In fact, I don't recommend using this because I have calculated it before. There is a slight loss of value when you use this to exchange. If you measure in terms purely of the dark currency. So I only recommend using this if you are a player on this server and you are just lacking that little bit of fragment, right, of a specific type to do your ping gear. Then it makes sense to change. But for between weapon and side weapon, you can definitely change to balance out the number of fragments you have across the tree, because it's 1-to-1 anyway. Okay, so these are previous events. Okay, last thing I want to talk about is the also events, which is the broadcast that we are getting. So the ones where you get from the email. So just to let the players playing in Taiwan know, every day at 12 PM you get 1000 Asian ring tablets, 20 of the Grand Blackstones, the yellow ones, 20 of the bag that gives them. So each bag gives you 3. Yeah. 6 PM you get 500 boss stamps, 10 PM you get 300 valor tokens. So a little bit of materials and resources to help along the way, that's all. These are just the hot time. Hot time has been the same for us for a couple of weeks now, where on the weekend, right, it's 12 to 6 PM server time, you get 200% boost. While on normal weekdays, at 12 PM and 6 PM respectively, they will give out the hot time scroll for 100% that lasts 3 hours. So not much in terms of the hot time, honestly speaking. Okay, anything else on cover? Okay, I've talked about this too already. So okay, so I think that rounds up our video today on the Taiwan patch and Pearl shop as well as event review. So I think the key thing is really this 2 red relic. That's really nice for events. Pearl shop, there's really nothing much for me. At least for me personally, there's nothing much. For you players who want boss stamps, then you can buy those dimensions. Just don't buy the third one. The one that has a random chance from 13k boss stamps to 14k. That's not good. Yeah, which is this one that I'm talking about. Yeah, so that's the patch notes. So I'll do 2 other videos, one on the darkness and one on shadow. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you guys next video. Bye. Oh, if you like the video, like the content so far, what you've seen so far, remember to like the video and click subscribe for more. Alright, bye.